Alright, continuing RoboCop, Rogue City, and the mercenary scum have attacked hospitals. That's low. Hospitals, orphanages, schools, attacking those places is low. Period. So I would say then that RoboCop would be in a mood to not be particularly, you could say, friendly about suspects. That use of lethal force is very much accepted. There's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least half a dozen murdered people already. Although, of course, knowing the longer story knows that yes, Luby is not, well, maybe in peril, but does not die. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's over 10, that's over 10 corpses, 12 corpses, yep, and the fact that they and one of the mercenaries was also gunned down as well, so there was fighting. And I would say that this kind of empty locations often tend to be very much more unsettling than those which have action. Well, that's bad.
I'm all right, Murphy. I'm all right.
She's tough as nails. But knowing that she has been an officer of the year and decorations means that, yep, she is competent police officer.
Oh, thank God you're safe.
We've missed you, officer. How are you feeling?
A little banged up, but I've certainly been worse.
That Wendell guy needs to pay for what he did.
And he will.
But when? How many more innocent people have to get shot before that happens?
OCP doesn't have our back. We know that Wendell's working for him.
You know what we should do?
Don't even say it!
We should go on strike.
Yeah!
Sergeant, how can we go out on the streets knowing that the people who hire us are working against us?
Don't forget about the robots.
We will discuss this further, but first, Murphy, it's time for your evaluation.
Oh yeah, Sergeant Reed very much into public service, but also knowing that
what's been going on, partner.
I would guess that medical technology about patching wounds would most likely be more advanced in RoboCop, despite some technology not being as advanced. But I would still say that, which might mean that yeah, people can recover from bullet wounds way faster than in the normal world. But
please have a seat.
Alright, once again another psychological evaluation. Hopefully something say that yeah, Robo is not insane any more than expected of his situation. Well, decent police work results.
That's it from me.
Where is Dr. Blanche? I am supposed to undergo an evaluation.
Oh, right. She called. Said that she wouldn't be able to make it today. Actually, she wanted you to call her. She seemed distressed.
That is bad omen. Perhaps they had hoped.
Antonowski escapes from a high-security prison. Now the cops are thinking about going on strike. What happens if some dangerous criminal breaks out from the cells downstairs?
Pray that RoboCop is around.
Well, RoboCop, and I would expect also that Murphy would have not gone on strike even if they would have been alive and he would have had his family and all that. Not because he would have been unsympathetic or had not agreed with the idea, but from placing public service before personal opinions.
Dr. Blanche.
Thank you for returning my call. I don't know what to do. Who to trust.
What seems to be the problem?
My research that I was conducting on you. It's gone. All the data that I collected is missing from the precinct. If someone felt comfortable stealing my computer, they may come after me once they realize that most of my records are on paper. OCP has been adamant about me keeping all the records on my computer, but I don't trust technology and I don't trust OCP. I keep most of my records with me in my notebook. I don't know who to turn to, except you.
Where are you now?
Home.
You are not safe there. Meet me at the Star Motel.
Yes, I know the place. I'll meet you there. Thank you.
Well, that's and it's real good.
I'm not leaving here till I know what happened.
All right. All right, that's kind of.
Please calm down.
I'm a respectable citizen. I won't be treated like this.
Murphy, you busy?
What's this case? Is this some sort of humorous interlude again? Let's
This
hope.
guy's really a handful. Do you mind taking over?
Hey, don't talk about me like I'm some kind of problem. The real problem is that one of you ignored my call for help.
Sir, none of our dispatchers would do such a thing as receive a call and not act upon it.
So maybe the next thing you're gonna tell me is that I wrecked my own fish shop.
Plenty of people attempt insurance fraud.
How dare you? My family has been serving that neighborhood for generations. You should know that I have many offers to buy out the shop. But I would never sell out to OCP, unlike you lot. I need to speak eye to eye with the man who ignored my call this afternoon.
Just a moment, sir. Murphy, I think it's your new buddy who's been on dispatch duty today. Could you check this matter with him?
And although I would guess that it was not police department of Detroit which decided to actually, as in you could say, sell out to OCP. I am quite certain that it was city of Detroit which decided to do that. And well, results are as expected.
It was you sitting on your ass in dispatch when my cousin called the police. He got shot because no officer showed up.
It appears there's a technical problem. I reported it to OCP.
You see? He said it himself. That little snitch reports everything to OCP to undermine our efforts.
That's not right. I answer all...
Yes, it's not right, and you'll answer for that. Put him up.
I ain't gonna fight you. We're police officers.
No, you got that all wrong. You never were and never will be part of this team, because you're not a real cop. You may fool some of us, but I can smell a rat a mile away.
Attacking a fellow officer is a violation of the law. I will not allow it.
Of course you won't. You're both OCP's puppets covering for each other. This is bullshit!
Come on, Steph. Let's just go.
Whatever, man.
That guy was in a bad mood.
Your stress level appears to be high. I recommend using a health pack.
I'm guessing you're not here just to check my vitals. Can I help?
There has been a complaint about police ignoring calls.
You mean other than this one? I had a feeling something was wrong with the switchboard. Can you meet me in the dispatch room? I want to show you what I mean.
So, I would expect it might be a physical sabotage.
When OCP brought new equipment in. I mentioned to the technicians that I thought something was wrong with this switchboard, but they said not to fuss, as this stuff is top of the line. Maybe you could have a look at it?
It could be top of the line, it could be sabotage, it could be badly made. It does, of course, look very old-fashioned, as it is. Yeah, it's been tinkered.
found something?
This cable looks out of place. I will see where it leads.
Alright, there's some sort of tampering in there.
Police, what's the emergency?
Hello? I just called, and I believe someone hung up on...
Okay, just remain calm. Officers are on their way and we'll be with you shortly.
I haven't even finished my last sentence, and you...
Thank you for contacting the police. Stay safe.
Alright, that stinks.
So, any luck finding what's wrong with it?
The switchboard has been tampered with. Calls are being patched through to a concealed answering machine.
That's seriously messed up. But it's definitely not all the calls. I've been receiving a pretty decent share of them. But have a look at this. I marked the map with all the calls I've answered this week.
One entire district seems to be completely empty.
Yeah, and it's that rundown neighborhood. We need to find out what's going on over there.
An opportunity presented itself. There is a victim from there awaiting an apology.
Okay, let me take care of that. I'll tell you what I find once I'm done.
Yeah, there's something going on in there.
I can't undo the injustice you suffered, but I want to make it right. I'd like to start by visiting your store. Maybe I could take your statement there so I don't keep you here any longer.
Finally, someone who's hearing me out. I want to see you by the end of the day. Otherwise, this matter goes straight to Mayor Kuzak.
Once I finish my dispatch duty, I'll come right over.
Good. Good. I can take my leave now.
It's the perfect opportunity to check out the area and learn what the locals know, don't you think?
I agree.
If you're not busy with your other duties, maybe you could join me there?
I wonder, would that be something like a... Alright. Situation is still quite fishy. Oh yeah. Okay, of course. Oh yeah, I have to. Let's do that just to make sure that what's going on. Yeah, just to get the main mission done.
Murphy, you're here. Let's start with what you found out at that prison.
I will show you somewhere private.
I think I've got the place.
The new OCP project is what will make this possible for you. But I wouldn't want to leave you empty-handed. So, let me at least give you this. The project's called Afterlife.
Afterlife? So someone in OCP is working with Wendell on another big project?
If not Becker, then who?
Sorry to disappoint you all, you ungrateful fucks. You didn't think I'd find you here, did you? Since I'm already here, entertain me. If I'm no longer your suspect, then who is?
I mean, we're all thinking it, so I might as well say it. What if it's the old man?
Ha! You've got some balls to even mention something like that. Nevertheless, good luck. Even if it's true, he's untouchable. Unlike you, I've got some work to do. Final preparations before the expo. So wish me luck.
Good luck.
Becker's right. We can't just go on accusing people without proof. What else is there?
Seems that Wendell found himself another gang to work for him.
What do we know about them?
Guns for hire. He's paying a lot for their services. They're supposed to be very computer savvy, real high-tech shit.
Dr. Blanche mentioned her computer was hacked.
Then I think we found ourselves a new lead.
Murphy, I want you to pursue this.
I will pay Dr. Blanche a visit.
All right, everyone dismissed.
Can't wait to go back out there, partner.
And I'm
You're
quite
not
certain.
going anywhere.
But Sarge!
I need you here. That's the end of the discussion.
And that would be.
Murphy,
And I would.
Mayor Cusack wants to talk to you. He's waiting in Reed's office.
Okay, once again, this Cusack. What the heck is wrong with him? He's got a volatile personality, though might be well intentioned.
I did, Frankenstein. I hate to sound like a broken record, but the election is days away. The future of this city is at risk. That's why I wanted to be blunt with you. I want your support. Just tell me what you want me to do and I'll do it. Is it money? Do you want me to pay you?
I will remind you, Mr. Mayor, that bribing voters is illegal.
But if that's what it takes, you know as well as I that we can't have OCP rule this city. I may have overheard that there are some serious accusations pointed at the old man himself. What more do you need to know to support me?
I will think about it.
Sure. Take your time, but not too much time. The election is in 2 days.
Well,
we're killing ourselves to put those
and also the fact that
next thing you know, they're back on the streets. Why even bother? Don't get yourself down.
I would say that RoboCop might also, because if he is not legally person, he can't even vote. Oh yeah. And Becker's argument is kind of interesting because, yeah, because nothing is as bad as when there's an asshole who happens to have a point or even be right. But Becker did have a point that, yeah, not knowing is bad. So I guess we just went straight to the actual. I think it's the same area that we can actually check the Washington situation as well. Yeah, I think this game has been. Oh, once again, looks like it's old Detroit again.
Are you on your way to see Dr. Blanche?
Yes. Let us hope I will not be slowed down by another cheering crowd.
So, the preparations for the election are in full swing, huh?
Fortunately, I am just by the hotel.
Good. Keep me posted.
And there seems to be all kinds of extra tasks and missions present as well, so Robo can actually issue some fines. Interestingly enough, these side missions do not basically give usually any more tangible rewards than extra experience points and often some humorous incidents.
Just look at.
Okay, what's
Murphy, good to
this?
see you. Multiple armed suspects have taken over the store. We gotta be careful. They got the owner inside.
I am going in.
You need backup.
Remember your field training, Officer Washington.
I won't let you down.
You guys go ahead. I'll secure the perimeter.
And it seems that Steph is, despite being might have been really angry about Washington, still seems to have discipline enough to be very capable of doing the work. And that would be also interesting character says that somebody is shown to be absolute asshole out of their job, that once the job becomes it or demands it, they are extremely professional and competent. And that's also kind of, you could say, gives an extra color to.
Let's get him. They stand no chance against you.
I know. Pissing off big robot law enforcement. It's a bad idea.
That'll teach him a lesson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he teleported right. Oh, yeah. Oh, he teleported inside the.
Oh, quit your whining, Pops. It's not like anyone can smell the difference.
Well.
Open the door and come out with your hands up.
Oh shit, that's RoboCop. Listen! You and your friends got it all wrong. You're not supposed to be here, pal. OCP doesn't butt to this hood's business. And you're police on OCP's money, so you better scram if you don't want trouble.
Oh, let's be.
Perhaps I want trouble.
You don't know who you're messing with, you stupid toaster. I've got a hostage here, and I'll blow his fucking brains out if you try anything stupid.
Break the door! He's reloading!
Who's that?
There ain't an ounce of respect in those perps. There's nothing sacred to OCP. But I was wrong about you. You definitely more human than any of them OCP hyenas.
That was intense.
Good job, Officer Washington.
Thank you, Robo.
Yeah, that's messy. But at least one crime solved. And when you look about it, the RoboCop taking the 50 caliber hand cannon Desert Eagle, originally it was intended that Robo would carry Desert Eagle, but once they got the prop and got the glove, they just saw that, yeah, even this hand cannon howitzer pistol looks tiny when held by Robo hands. Hence the RoboCop's famous 009, which is basically burst fire pistol and with a implausibly huge 50 round magazine. Yeah. Drag the corpses.
Hey, Washington. That sounded like a proper gunfight. So how come you're still in one piece?
I had a partner who had my back.
Keep it up and I might just change my mind about you.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, when you regard the matter of, when it's a matter of, you could say, characters which are absolute assholes, went out of their job, and then once their actual job is starting, prove to be very competent or diligent. It's quite well. I don't find it particularly good. Film Crash, not that one, but directed by David Cronenberg, which is very sleazy, but it's a high level of skill sleazy. Yeah. That guy, those guys deserve to get a massive fine. There would be a couple of other locations and drug stash as well. So let's just, cut away, getting through all that, and then come back once I'm ready to meet Dr. Blanche. And well, of these little misdemeanors, there's a guy drinking.
Drinking in a public place is against the law.
I'm not drinking. I'm drunk already. And I am home.
Well, that guy's an asshole, but he does seem to have a point, so let's follow the same thing, that get removed before I come
will not
back.
Issue a ticket. However, I recommend enrolling in the homeless help program.
I'm not homeless, so get out of my house.
Either that guy is rich and he's slumming, or then he's just a tragic case of corporate greed. Yep, crime evidence. Just cleaned up the stuff. But this little sauntery jog is nice thing that they added RoboCop to have. Perhaps his hardware has been upgraded with better shock absorbing feet and that kind of things. Even though I would say this is quite plotting pace for, you could say, first-person shooter game, but it's still quite nice pace for RoboCop.
I didn't know you were involved in politics.
I don't give a shit about elections, but they give free food for handing out flyers.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. But I would say that it's interesting to notice that there are torch heads and street vultures present. So maybe not all of their gangs were completely annihilated. And one of those street vultures made quite rational point about. It's kind of interesting that they're subverting stereotypes in RoboCop. It's a source of humor. And RoboCop is, well, not completely always comedic, but it has...
Any other cat would be in seventh heaven. Maybe you're more like me, and you get a headache just thinking about politics.
Oh yeah.
You're way too early. The bachelorette party starts at 8.
I am here to meet with Olivia Blanche. What room is she in?
This is a by-the-hour hotel. People don't usually give names.
Dr. Blanche is in her 50s, bright long hair, possibly tied into a ponytail.
I gotcha. It's that classy lady. She's staying in room 405.
Thank you, citizen.
So, you aren't the real RoboCop? Listen, if your mature lady won't be able to satisfy you, I'm sure I'll find someone younger that would be happy to help.
I would guess that pretending to be RoboCop in a costume might be something like a criminal offense. Of course, it depends on legislations of various locations. Some places make it so that no, even if you were an actor in complete enclosed film sets, you are not wearing police or insignia or some other legally defining marks, at least in a manner that they can be recognized. But
it's you. Thank you for coming over. Do you really think I'm in danger?
Not as long as I am here. Tell me what happened again.
Someone stole my work computer from the precinct. But the only thing of value are my research notes. Your evaluation especially.
Does anyone else know about your research?
OCP requested confidentiality, so they're the only ones who know about it. You don't think the old man has anything to do with it, do you?
Did you notice anyone suspicious at the crime scene?
No. But after a recent hacking attempt, Engineer Morgan fitted my work computer with a tracking device. You could download its last coordinates from my private computer. It's right there on the desk. Maybe this will help you find the culprit.
I will find them, and they will pay.
Actually, even if those thieves were after my research, they'd be disappointed. I keep most of my notes on paper, including my conclusion. I know the whole process wasn't easy for either of us, but I'm sure you felt there was progress. How do you feel about doing the final session now?
Okay. It could be done.
I promised to adhere to our working relationship.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
So it
You
would be the
agreed to a non-compulsory evaluation. Does that mean you felt our sessions are helpful?
Well, I don't think they were any bad. So, but let's just say that they were helpful.
A lot has changed since we started. Do you remember how you perceived yourself back then?
I was struggling to comprehend my own existence.
That's not quite right. But since then, did you have a change of heart? How do you consider yourself now?
I like to think of myself as a person.
It's great to hear you still stand by it. Through our time together, I've learned a lot about you. And one thing I know for sure is that you're not some kind of soulless OCP robot.
Why do you think so?
Could a machine create a real bond of friendship such as you and Officer Lewis have? Do you think a machine would bother to help a drug addict believe that there is a place for him in our society? Do you think a machine could teach a newly appointed officer what it means to be a real policeman? Or bring comfort to a suffering old man?
Would an actual person glitch?
We should make a clear distinction. These so-called glitches are your memories. It seems to me that they manifest themselves in unusual ways because they are trying to get through a mechanical barrier. But as memories in the past make up everyone's personality, those memories make you who you are as well. This is what makes you different from a machine. You should not fear them, but embrace them.
But there is also the other kind.
And that worries me. But the malfunctions you're referring to seem to be strictly technological. I'm afraid someone is using your mechanical side to mess with your psyche. They would be more successful if it wasn't for your human side. And no wonder. It's probably your strong will that allowed you to bear the extraordinary burdens. And it's also what's been protecting you from totally malfunctioning. I don't know a single person who could endure that. So if this evaluation was to determine whether you're human or not, my answer is, you're not just a human, but an exceptional one, Alex Murphy. Don't you ever forget that, unless you want to have me on your case again.
I will try. Thank you, Doctor.
Use my computer to download the coordinates of the tracking device. It's right there on the disk.
That's nice. Really nice to know that. Well, of course, knowing that RoboCop Murphy, after being brutally shot and lost blood.
Hello, Dr. Blanche. I got a special delivery for you.
But I haven't ordered anything.
I only need your signature. Can you please open the door?
That's an oldest trick in the book.
Eyes on target!
We're not signing this.
Caution! Continue! Starting the target.
Okay, mercenaries were sent here.
We need to move.
Maybe not to kill, but definitely at least to capture.
Is she okay?
Yes, but she will need an escort.
Roger that. I'm on my way.
Follow me.
Going for the...
Okay. Let's use the Magnum pistolet. Yeah, it puts those guys down with one shot.
We need to move.
Yeah.
Is this really about the research?
I will figure that out.
Enemy hand compromised! I lost the leg!
Follow me.
Can we rest for a moment?
No, we should not stop.
It's a dead end. We need to look for another way.
I will make a way.
I don't know how you're thinking of making a way, but you better hurry. This room is getting awful.
Yeah, RoboCop can actually break through walls, at least when it's a matter of shoddy American wars, quite easily. Yep.
That's good. Concentrate on the positive, Olivia.
Okay, that guy had okay, I know it's a game-related thing, but that guy had a... It's a nice thing that they seem to have placed details about, different areas cause different amount of damage. And it doesn't always mean that the headshot would be the best, sometimes feet are the best place to shoot somebody.
We cannot go through. Fire is blocking the way.
Alright. Oh yeah, that was not much of a problem. Rescuing a cat. But RoboCop does have soft spots. And funnily enough, funnily enough, that does give you a trophy, rescuing a cat.
Grumpy! Thank you so much. The sprinklers aren't working.
All right. Oh yeah. My thought was that when Murphy was killed, he was not dead on the site, despite the massive amount of battering to his torso, to the concentrated shotgun fire, and also most likely quite severe loss of blood from the arm injury. And then again also the fact that he had been shot to the head with a 357 Magnum, and it was which of course makes that, and he was still surviving several hours, well, more or less struggling for his life and dying badly, but it still took him quite long, because he didn't die on that site but on surgery table.
The fire's dying out.
Someone's footsteps upstairs.
I will make a way. Follow me.
Yeah, that must have hurt.
We've made it. Oh, thank God. But what should we do now?
My partner is going to take you to someplace safe. I will find the guilty party using your computer's coordinates.
All right, going away. I would say that the general difficulty of
Finally starting to understand. The shooting, the blood, seeing it firsthand, it puts everything into perspective. What I think I'm trying to say is, thank you.
My duty, madam.
So what now, Murphy?
I will follow the signal to track the doctor's computer. You will keep her safe.
Safe from what exactly? Who were those guys?
Mercenaries on Wendell's payroll.
The same ones that paid me a visit at the hospital? Wendell should be grateful. You keep reducing his overhead.
I am expecting a huge payoff.
I hear that.
That's actually kind of bleak statement from Lewis. That yep, looks like things are going bad. But I would guess that this should be actually quite a good moment to end this episode right here. See you next time. See ya.